some kind of shelter. There is already a slight pooling of water. You can see the darkening of the dirt on the infield, and this only began as Abbott and the team took the field.
Yeah, but we still see the cover on the tarp down the first base line, so I'm assuming those guys pretty dialed in on what's happening with this weather, so I'm assuming this is going to pass soon.
So Abbott and the Reds taking on the Pirates. Reds have won 7 of 10, 9 of 14. They began the day 4.5 out in the wild card. Pirates have dropped 4 in a row, 7 of 9. They're 2.5 back in the wild card, 3 in the loss. Abbott against Jake Mangum. First pitch, a ball, and we are underway.
And so the question is, does playing in the rain affect you as a player? It certainly does. The ball gets slick. The track gets wet. You have to be a little more methodical with your steps and the things that you do. You have to pay a little more attention because that ground might give a little bit away. That ball might take an extra skip.
Called a strike. It already appears that the rain has indeed stopped. Many Reds are toweling off the pad of their dugout. Mangum rides an 8-game hit streak. Had a couple of hits. He homered, drove in 2 yesterday. He is 3 for 8 on the series. Two. Abbott coming off a no decision Sunday in St. Louis. That was a sweltering hot day. Just a couple of runs in 6 innings.
It's been really good, though. That was his 2nd straight quality start and his 3rd out of 4 appearances.
ABS powered by T-Mobile called a strike.
Batter challenge is called of a strike.
Dexter Kelly on the balls and strikes. Looked low. That was low. I thought strike 1 looked down too.
Call on the field is overturned. Pittsburgh has 2 challenges remaining.
So full count now on Mangum. Through the right side, base hit. Full 9 for the Pirates. Brandon Lau about to stand in. They don't have Ryan O'Hearn. He did injure his quad last night. He was placed on the IL. Brian Reynolds, the 3-hole hitter, he has had success against Abbott, as Merlin Valdez co-led the majors in ribbies in July with the Red Sal Stewart. Nick Gonzalez, Marcell Ozuna's first action on the series. First start for Jared Triolo. Rafael Flores is off the IL with O'Hearn onto it, and Henry Davis. Fisted foul by Lau, who had 3 hits yesterday, a double, a ribby. He's 4 for 9 on the set, including a home run.
Well, he was the offseason acquisition that they wanted to bring in. You can see those 23 home runs. That's exactly what they expected from him. He's changed the face of this team offensively for sure.
Mangum, one of the top base stealing threats, flinches visibly. Breaking ball down. We saw that from Mangum multiple times earlier in the series. He'll swing the shoulders, the hands. He's trying to grab the attention of the pitcher. Does have 20 steals as well. Abbott no stranger to the Pirates this year. It's his 3rd start against Pittsburgh. The first 2 did not go great. Each time allowed 4 runs. Grounded weakly to 3rd. Suarez gathers. Flip to De La Cruz. That's all they'll get. Speedy Mangum arrived quickly. Slow dribbler. Reds defense from Tri-Health. TJ Friedel's first start in center in a week. It was a week ago today in St. Louis. Nathaniel Lowe getting more looks at first base, his third start this week.
Well, he's been swinging the bat really well. Nate Lowe seems to be in the middle of just about everything recently. Play them while they're hot.
Switch hitting Brian Reynolds fouls off strike one. Reynolds was 0 for 2 nights ago in game 1. He was 2 for 5 yesterday, doubled and scored. Lifetime against Abbott, 385 and 13 at bats. Driven to center. Friedel. Lau jogs on back to first as the rain is picked up again. Oh, 2 down now. The powerful Esmerlin Valdez, sac fly and a walk, was 0 for 3 yesterday. He led the Pirates. 8 of his 14 homers came in July. It's when he drove in 25 runs, matching the Reds' Sal Stewart for the most in the majors last month. Driven to left. Bleday. Ellie De La Cruz leads it off. Full 9 from St. Elizabeth Healthcare. Sal Stewart, J.J. Bleday, Nathaniel Lowe turning it on. 370 his last 7 games. Noelvi Marte a season high 3 hits yesterday. Gino Trevino, T.J. Friedel, and Matt McClain for Terry Francona on his bobblehead night. Reds face a familiar face, the unrelated to the Reds Graham. It is the Pirates' Braxton Ashcraft.
2 appearances against the Reds. He is 0-2, but just a 2.11 ERA. So he's lost a couple games, but he's been kind of stingy with it.
1 pitch ground out. Full defense for the Pirates. Anybody jump out to you?
I feel like Triolo, actually Nick Gonzalez. I wonder how the conversation went last night after the ball game when Nick Gonzalez caught that ball in the 9th inning and threw it to second base to Lau. I wonder how that went, because I thought it wasn't a terrible throw, but certainly Lau probably expecting Nick Gonzalez to go to first base, got there late, looked like he took his eye off the ball to go to step on the bag.
Some kind of an issue here for the pitcher Ashcraft, I guess, with PitchCom. It looks like he's getting a bacon strip from first baseman Rafael Flores.
Communication is key. We've seen a lot of misplays, plays that were not made. Many times it's because of communication, but also the crazy kind of positioning they do nowadays. The genius was talking to me about that feed from third base to shortstop early in the game, and I'm going, yeah, you know, mean the typical 5-6 feed on a double play. It's just different.
Sal Stewart, a talent who is just different, the major league leader in RBIs.
Yeah, he is just different. He's so young.
Now, you asked about the conversation for Gonzalez and Lau, at least their public conversation with the media. Both did address the play. Gonzalez said, quote, "It's on me," told MLB.com, "should have thrown to first as soon as I saw nobody there at second."
Yep.
Lau said, "I have to catch that ball."
Yes. Accountability is good, but at this level, those type of plays should not be happening.
Now, we saw mistakes on both sides. It was not the prettiest of games, while it was thrilling, close, and high scoring. And Stewart was right at the heart of it for the Reds. Had 4 ribbies in the game, couple of 2-run hits, including a homer off the batter's eye. That nearly got the on-deck man, J.J. Bleday. Fought foul. What a contrast it's been for Braxton Ashcraft, who has now allowed 4 or more runs in 4 of his last 5 starts. His first 16 starts of the year, he had a low 3 ERA. He had a 7-3 record. He had allowed 8 homers over nearly 100 innings. His last 5 starts, in barely over 25 innings, he has matched the home run total. No go on appeal. Somehow he's 3-1 despite a nearly 8 ERA over those 5 starts. Two. Swung through, strike 3.
The one thing that Braxton Ashcraft does have is a blazing fastball, and you see it up in the eyes of Sal Stewart. Tough to catch up to this one. 99 miles an hour.
J.J. Bleday, check swing, appeal, no go. Bleday went deep again yesterday. Solo shot in the 3rd on the first pitch. His 19th of the year, 13 of which have come at home. Among all hitters in the big leagues, his home run total is top 10 in the sport.
As it should be. Should be very comfortable hitting here in Cincinnati.
Rolled to second. Loud. Reds in order.
They say
2026 Reds Rookies memberships available now for young Reds fans up to 3 years old. Membership includes exclusive merch, free Reds tickets, special members-only experiences at the ballpark. Purchase today, Reds.com/fan-clubs. Bunt yanked back, strike 1 on Nick Gonzalez, who had another multi-hit showing yesterday. He rides a career-best 15-game hitting streak, the best active in the majors. .318 on the year, top 5 in the sport. He's almost .380 during this hit streak. During the 15-gamer, multiple hits 10 times. And he has shown some power in that time. Popped up. Long run, Matt McClain. He could track it pretty well.
That he can. And first step is key. I was watching Matt McClain before that ball was hit. Pre-pitch movement was really good. As soon as that ball's in the air, he is on his horse.
Marcell Ozuna. Ozuna's playing time and production down of late. That might have just nipped the zone. He's 2 for his last 16, but he's always a power threat. While he has not produced certainly what I think the Pirates would have expected or wanted, on any one pitch, on any one swing, you cannot make a mistake to this man. He's been held to 8 homers this year. 2 have come against Cincinnati. He's only had 1 since he went deep against Abbott and the Reds on June 26th. Back to a breaker for a strike. ABS powered by T-Mobile.
Batter challenger call of a strike.
That was a ball.
Call on the field is overturned. Pittsburgh has 2 challenges remaining.
The Pirates have hit their share of homers head-to-head against the Reds this year. That was part of the puzzle against Abbott when he saw them in late June. Ozuna had one of 3 solo homers that day. Full count. Connor Griffin, who's hurt, and Esmeralda Valdez also went deep. Valdez homered in every game that series. To second, McLean. Jared Triolo has come off the bench each game this series. Pinch hit strikeout in the 8th yesterday. Pinch hit walk, and later an out 0 for 1 on Thursday. His playing time also down a bit of late as hard rain returns. Fans scatter, and he's 2 for his last 12. A lot of umbrellas are open, a lot of rain gear used. The rest seek the concourse. Swing and a miss. Full count. And a walk. The first issued by Abbott tonight. The Reds have been competitive against the Pirates this year. They've gone 5-6 through 11 matchups. They've taken the first 2 of this series. That does mean they're 5-17 against the rest of the National League Central, but they've made headway in that regard more recently. Had some success in St. Louis, one of the early series out of the break. Their last home series win against a divisional foe when they swept the Cubs last September. Win tonight or tomorrow, they would secure this series against the Pirates. Cracked to left by Rafael Flores, right at the backpedaling J.J. Bleday.
After a truck.
Pirates starter Braxton Ashcraft, our Kia player profile.
Well, he throws so hard, you would assume the guys have to make a decision early. High chase rate, simply because that 99, 100-mile-an-hour fastball, you got to be ready for it. That late breaking slider gets the chases.
Facing Nathaniel Lowe, another multi-hit game yesterday. And a ribby also put the ball in play that was botched by the Pirates on the error by the covering Brandon Lau. Allowed Sal Stewart to score the tie-breaking and eventual game-winning run. But Lowe has been swinging it well. 4 multi-hit showings his last 7 games. 370 in that time.
And that's the reason you go out and get a guy like a Nate Lowe. You know, when the team needs that veteran presence, when that team needs a guy to step up when collectively the team is not doing as well as you expect. You need that anchor. Ellie and Sal have definitely been that anchor, but Nate Lowe recently has been that guy in the middle of the lineup to also contribute consistently.
Ground ball out first time tonight. Yesterday it was the first 3-hit day of the season for Noelvi Marte.
Yeah, really good swings early in the game for Noelvi. A lot of times it's a spinning swing, but yesterday I thought he did a really nice job of staying through the big part of the field, staying square to the plate.
He went. He doubled and scored for the Reds yesterday.
And that double was right down the third base line.
Backs up Triolo, longer throw. Marte can motor, but he's bested to the bag. 2 down.
See Triolo taking a back step. Got to come and get that ball on the short hop. Just make it so much more difficult when you go back in that grass, especially with the guy that can run. You come get that short hop is a very easy play.
Fastball up and in on Gino Suarez. Pirates have pitched him in a lot this series. He was 0 for 4, 3 strikeouts yesterday. Did work a walk. Up and in again. He's 1 for his last 22, 13 Ks. Did show a power surge bridging the All-Star break. That's gone a touch dormant in more recent games. That's a fat fastball, strike 3. Reds go in order. Ashcraft is perfect so far.
Always good to see former Reds pass through the Reds Hall of Fame and Museum, and earlier today that would be former center fielder Drew Stubbs, a first-round pick for the Reds in 06. He had 4 seasons here in Cincinnati, and think about this, so productive defensively. In 2010, he had 22 home runs, stole 30 bags. He swiped 40 the next season. He was a teammate, guys, of my partner, Sam LeCure. Welcome back, Drew Stubbs.
Well, thank you, BG. Great to see that smiling face. Signing for fans at the Hall. Reds Hall of Fame does some great things recognizing all-time Reds. Hard rain is back. Fans have scattered again. Appeal no go. It's come in spurts, and when it has been here, it's been coming down hard. Henry Davis, base hit, a ribby, a run scored yesterday. Swing and miss. Davis went to Fox Lane High School, Bedford Corner, New York. It's Westchester County, suburban New York City, about 30 miles north of Yankee Stadium. Grew up a Yankees fan. Among the fellow alumni of his high school, our friend Drew Goodman, play-by-play man of the Colorado Rockies on TV, and John Schneider, who, it depends upon what generation you're in, what you might recognize him most for. The genius is going right to an index card, sending some kind. Yes, that's right, Bo Duke.
The genius.
He knew instantly. He recognized one of them Duke boys. That was my favorite show. I guess that was around age 5. General Lee, Bo and Luke Duke, Roscoe, Boss Hogg. But some younger folks might remember him best as Jonathan Kent. He was Clark Kent, Superman's dad, on Smallville as well. Down to Davis, who walks. A second walk for Abbott. They both come against the bottom third. This completes his first time through. Now a rematch with Jake Mangum. Mangum a base hit his first time, bunts one hard and foul.
Trying to push that ball in between the first and second baseman. Not a bad idea, especially with this wet grass.
A driving downpour. And that one was clearly lost out of the hand by Abbott, who dragged his palm against his pant leg. Mangum has great speed. Has 19 infield hits this year, top 5 in the sport. Clearly wet, no appeal needed. And the wind is shifting this rain at times. The flags are going in multiple directions. The rain is at times going sideways or 45-degree angle one way, then cutting back against the other way. More and more fans scatter. Pooling again on the infield. Grounded with eyes, right side. That leaks through. Good charge by Marte. It holds the lead man Davis to second base.
I tell you, Mangum is just a really solid player. Just putting the ball in play, and that's so valuable at the top of your lineup. He makes contact, can bunt, he's got plenty of speed. It's that prototypical leadoff man.
Now Brandon Lau reached on fielder's choice his first time. Seemed like Jose Trevino might have been asking about that pitch. Looked borderline low. The rain is lightened again. Lau, a two-time All-Star, enjoying his best year in 5 years since he last got MVP votes with the Rays in 2021. Three and 0. And Abbott showing some visual discomfort, pawing some at the mound with his cleat upon that release. He's had a couple of extreme weather games back to back. He talked about how he changed his whole jersey 3 times in the sweltering St. Louis heat his last time out. It felt like nearly 120 on the field that day. He found a way to go 6. It's down. 3 straight Pirates reach. 2 of them on walks to load the bases at the start of the 3rd. And now our third base umpire, crew chief Dan Bellino's coming over to check with Abbott, who's pointing to the mound. I think asking, do you want the grounds crew to come out and work on it? And here they come. Or maybe not. Someone started up the steps with a plate for Abbott to try to clean his cleats. They said, no, hold off.
Well, that's one thing about Andrew Abbott you will not hear. It wasn't about the mound, it was about me. It wasn't about the wet conditions, it was about me. That is one stand-up individual.
Now trying to pitch out of a pickle. He's got to deal with Brian Reynolds, who has flied to center. Downstairs. Reynolds has made major noise in Cincinnati. His 14 home runs and 30 RBIs here, his highest totals of any park outside of Pittsburgh. The home runs by a lot. And Abbott's having trouble connecting on strikes here. 2-0. Now more balls than strikes on the outing. There have been some significant swings 3-0 by Reynolds head-to-head against the Reds in the last few years. He will pull the trigger on the right pitch.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Down, bases loaded, walk. The first run comes on a free pass, and then Abbott just pointed to the mound. And here comes Dan Bellino, crew chief and third base umpire. Now the grounds crew is coming out. The mound is a bit of a muddy mess because we have had several hard downpours, the first of which arrived right as the Reds took the field.
Well, the thing you concern yourself with is whether or not the pitcher is sliding. It looked like Andrew was sticking out there. Didn't look like he lost his balance at all on any of those pitches. But as I said, does the rain or the wake conditions, does it affect you as a player? Absolutely it does. Sometimes it's physical, many times it's mental.
Well, some clean, dry dirt, some dry material, along with that new plate to clean the cleats. A run in, still nobody out. Abbott has walked 4-3 this inning, and now he's got to deal with the Pirates' powerful red-hot run producer, rookie Esmerlin Valdez. Word now from Miami Valley Gaming.
Get ready to get lucky at MVG. With over 2,200 of the best gaming machines, we got you covered.
Valdez still getting his feet wet as a hitter. Does have one grand slam. It came earlier this month, or excuse me, earlier in July against Milwaukee, his lone 2-home run game. He had 6 ribbies that day against the vaunted Brewers. He is lined to left so far tonight against Abbott. Nowhere to put him. Bounces home. Good block by Jose Trevino. And the misses for Abbott are piling up here. That's 9 of his last 10 out of the zone. Again in the dirt, 2-0.
And you look to see if there's any kind of sliding going on. And you can see there is a little bit of it. I don't know if that's normal for him, but
no go on appeal, 3-0. Strike. Zach McCambley is now up in the Reds bullpen. They had it covered. Doesn't even yet have the ball cap on, trying to get ready fast and furious. Big swing on a sweeper, full count. Bounced home, back-to-back, bases loaded walks. That's 3 walks in a row. 4 on the inning, 5 on the game, and it's 2-0 Pirates.
Yeah, I'm just looking at that landing foot for Andrew Abbott. I think I am picking up a little bit of a slide forward, which would throw off his timing and obviously throw off his mechanics. I mean, we have not seen this from Andrew Abbott.
Do you think the mound is in a circumstance sufficient to where you bring that up to the umpires and ask for further remedy or a pause and play?
Well, that's obviously up to him. He had him out there, and they did whatever they did. And everybody, you're not the only one pitching on that mound, obviously. So, but it is your game and it is your mound at this particular time. If it's not good enough, get it fixed.
So now the hottest Pirates hitter, hottest hitter in the majors, Nick Gonzalez, who has popped out to second. Bases loaded. Elevated strike. Now the 5 walks for Abbott, tie for the second most he's ever had in a game. Check swing, appeal, says he went. And there's nobody out in the 3rd inning. Gonzalez known for contact. He does it bases full as well. Fouled away. Now this will be Abbott's 30th pitch of the inning. Still seeking his first out. One and two. McCamberley continues to warm. If Abbott loses Gonzalez here, particularly if he walks him here, I got to think you make the move.
Probably so.
Can he find a way to fight through this? 2-2. Grounded back to Abbott. McLean scoops, tag, and they get the 1 out. Run scores. Lau comes home. It's 3-0. Men at the corners.
Yeah, you love to see Andrew Abbott be able to field this ball and go right back to the plate. But it gets through and only record the 1 out.
Ozuna fouls back strike 1. He worked a full count first time, grounded out. And first time through the order, Abbott went full count 4 times, including his first 2 walks. One and one. Low-lying dark clouds roll with the wind right to left. The flags are flowing sharply. Weigh in. Some nights are challenging, period. Mother Nature has added to it tonight. The rain is back, somewhat lightly. Swing and miss. Can Abbott pull a Houdini here? Trying to just find a way. There is a visible sheen to the dirt in sections of the infield. Gonzalez goes. That's ripped foul. Nubbed foul. Check on Gonzalez. Ozuna does bounce into his share double plays. Hit into 23 of them just a couple of years ago. Gonzalez off. Pitch away. No throw. Gonzalez steals second. It's another full count.
Modified infield. Infield now comes halfway in.
Popped up. Trevino and low at foul ground. Trevino secures the second out. Jared Triolo has walked. Fouled away. Abbott has broken the 40 pitch plateau on the inning. That is an alarmingly high number.
It is. Get out of it right here. Really minimize this damage. I think it would be considered a win. That Osuna pop-up was huge.
Lifted left field. Bleday shaping up. Damage minimized. Arguably the most trying inning of his career. The environment a big part of it. Pirates play 3.
The boss, Rick Ross, is coming to Great American Ballpark on Friday, August 14th as part of the Ohio Lottery postgame concert series. Keep the party going after the Reds kick off that series against the Marlins with a set from Rick Ross. Get your tickets now at reds.com/concerts. How about an update on one of the Reds' top prospects right now? First round pick last year, number 9 overall. That's Steele Hall. Just 17 years old when he was drafted. Just picked up his first hit for the Reds' Class A Daytona Tortugas team, promoted recently from the Arizona Complex League to Daytona. Currently, depending on which rankings you look at, the second or third prospect in the Reds system. Congrats on his first hit. Still just turned 19 years old. And Lark, I know you know a little bit about Steele Hall.
Yeah, I had an opportunity to work with Steele out in spring training and spend some time with him. Really nice young man. Serious, quick twitch movements. And you talk about, he looks like a little acrobat out there at shortstop. He's really frail, not frail, just a smaller body guy. But fast, he's got a cannon, swing the bat, and a competitor. Just like you like it.
Strike one on Jose Trevino. Grounds crew just did a lot of work on the field. You can see the patchwork where they've tried to touch up spots. How about this contrast, by the way? Andrew Abbott has been on a game mound during an inning so far for 31 minutes. Braxton Ashcraft for 8 minutes. And it seems like the driving rain has only come while Abbott's been out there, while the heavens above have mostly got away from the Charlie Brown effect for Ashcraft. Jose Trevino, game 2 Tuesday against Cleveland, was 0 for 3. He had a really good July, hit .345. All 3 of his home runs. And just consider how young Steele Hall is as well. Called strike 3. I mean, even in the Complex League, which is the lowest organized team minor league baseball stateside, He was almost 2 years younger than league average. Now at low A, he's more than 3 years younger than league average. And he's competing.
Yes, he is.
TJ Friedel taking all the way, strike one. And now barking from the Reds dugout at Dexter Kelly. Friedel, I don't think, was ready with eye contact from Ashcraft. I believe that's Matt Tracy. I can't tell. Down there, Chris Valleca's on one rail. And Friedel drives it center field. Mangum going back. Couple of quicker outs. Well, Friedel's been in the 120s since coming back from AAA. Now it's up to Matt McLean. McLean a base hit in each game since coming off the IL. Has scored a run in each game as well. Ashcraft stretches out that right hip some. When he's been off, he's been really off in his last 5. A lot of power against him, but he's pretty much had his way so far. First time through tonight. He's having his first visible mound issue. Just kicked that right cleat on the rubber. Foul tip. Abbott threw 43 pitches last inning. Ashcraft ready for his 34th of the game. The Reds have recovered the bullpen mound, but Cambley stopped throwing, so it looks like Abbott will go back out there. I tell you, he competes and he grinds. Does Andrew Abbott. And McLean works a walk. First Red to reach tonight. Ellie saw one pitch his first time, grounded out to second. Are you feeling this, Lark?
What's that?
It's an odd energy tonight, and maybe it's informed some by how great the crowd was yesterday and back and forth. And I think informed a lot by the rain that came right as the game got underway. There just hasn't really been a rhythm.
Well, I think you're only as good as that day's starter. And Braxton Ashcraft has been really good so far, and we haven't been so good. So yeah, I think there's a real tension in the air. But I assume Andrew Abbott is going to do something about that.
Also looks like he's now got a dry uniform on, so probably shades of St. Louis. Another uniform change. McLean goes. Miss in, throw down. Safe.
Well, nice job by Matt McLean getting himself into scoring position. You kind of see when he hit that ground with all that turf is out there, kind of stuck a little bit. You have to slide a little bit later when it's wet.
Swing and miss. Ashcraft strikes out De La Cruz. Now more drying agents brought out to the field. 3-0.
Toyota gives you.
They're still fighting the mound and the infield as the rain continues at Great American Ballpark. This was Andrew Abbott through the first 3 innings of the game. John and Barry mentioned he probably went back and changed and got some dry uniform on. He did that right down to his shoes. He has changed shoes in an effort to combat the wet conditions on the mound. They're still treating the mound and the infield as the rain has been on and off, but Andrew Abbott between innings has gotten as dry and as fresh as he can and back out there for the fourth.
We call those the mudders. The mudders are your long spikes. So you got your longer spikes, your heavier shoes. Most of the time they're leather. And then you got your lightweight speed shoes that you wear when it's nice and hot and dry out.
Mutters on, 0-2. Rafael Flores Jr. suffered a concussion game 2 of a doubleheader against the Yankees July 22nd. Just got activated off the IL for today's game as O'Hearn went on with a quad injury. He's lined to left so far. For Andrew Abbott, his 43 pitch third inning, by far the most he's ever thrown in a major league inning. Most by a Red in a single frame since Frankie Montas had 45 in the first against the Mariners. That was tax day 2024. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Full count. Called strike 3. ABS powered by T-Mobile.
Batter's time to call a strike 3.
Is Flores done? Bye-bye.
Following the field is confirmed. Pittsburgh has 1 challenge remaining.
First strikeout for Abbott tonight. Henry Davis pulls back a bunt. He walked and scored. He began the 3-run third. So Abbott's total back even, balls to strikes. Center field, Friedel. Word now from UDF.
Every summer, we make peach ice cream with big chunks of peaches at our dairy. And every summer, it's gone, just like that. So grab some peach before the summer's over.
Jake Mangum, couple of hits, a run scored. His hit streak now at 9 games. Average up to 309. It's a short. De La Cruz. An efficient return for Andrew Abbott. The major league leader in RBIs. The rib racker, Sal Stewart, will lead it off for the Reds. In tonight's Toyota Tundra Home Run Challenge, Andrea Nelly from Bedford, Kentucky wins a brand new built in the USA Tundra if a red hits the Toyota hit and win sign. Register for your chance at any Cincinnati, Northern Kentucky Toyota dealer. First pitch missed to Sal Stewart, who has struck out so far tonight against Braxton Ashcraft. Hit him. Stewart spikes the bat. Clutching at that elbow, athletic trainer Sean McQueenie is out along with manager Terry Francona.
Looks like that ball got him right on that elbow guard, though. Still a 97-mile-an-hour heater. Probably got him in the funny bone.
Third time he's been hit by pitch this year. 2 of those have come in the last 3 weeks. Stewart, a leadoff base runner. J.J. Bleday is grounded out to second. Home runs have been a major issue for Braxton Ashcraft, as his ERA has spiked in the last few weeks. Reds are only down 3. Just get a man or 2 on base, and any one swing can change the feel of this game dramatically.
Yes, indeed.
Wind has picked up significantly again. We could feel the humidity a moment ago. Dexter Kelly, home plate man, now communicating some issue to crew chief and third baseman Dan Bellino. Is there an issue with the pitch clock? It looks like it went out. Now they seem to be using some kind of communication device there. Stewart still clutching at that left elbow as he leads off first. Grounded weakly to third. Gonzalez short way for 1. Bleday beats it out.
Seen a few times that third baseman to the shortstop feed at second base.
Nathaniel Lowe. It's just unnatural, right?
Yeah. The routine 5-6 assist.
Lowe is grounded out to first. Now the Reds do have a steal already tonight. McClain nabbed second last inning. Ashcraft is about league average this year caught stealing, but catcher Henry Davis, he is one of the best throwing arms going. He leads the majors in caught stealing rate at catcher. It's just under 50% this year. That's excellent. Grounded up the middle. That whips on through. Bleday turned and holds. Good charge by Mangum. It's another Nathaniel Lowe base hit.
Well, we talked about Nate Lowe, and you can see him slipping as he's trying to get out the batter's box a little bit. He's really put it together. And you called it. Get 2 men on base, 1 swing at the bat. We're tied.
That was the hardest contact of the game there from Lowe at 109. Marte has plenty of power. Strike 1. He's bounced to short so far tonight. Fouled at the plate. Sal Stewart still getting that elbow looked at. He continues to clutch at it. I'm sure it's smarting significantly. It's a tough spot to get hit. Lays off the curveball. Well, Sal often plays the field tonight. He's the DH. Should he do anything during this extra time that he's got between ABs?
Absolutely, he should. I'm sure the trainers are down there talking to him. Looks like Steve-O just went over and talked to him about getting hit in that elbow. Not comfortable.
Jam pop left side. Gonzalez. Infield fly was called. Word now from Big Sandy Superstore.
This summer, sleep cooler for less at Big Sandy Superstore. Your headquarters for luxury mattresses. Big Sandy Superstore.
Now Eugenio Suarez struck out looking first time. So back-to-back heaters up and in. There's a slider high and tight. Back-to-back breakers. When the home run spiked of late for Ashcraft, it was not any one pitch. Just about his full arsenal has been pummeled in that time. On the edge, delayed strike. Yep, just got the zone.
Want that one back. That was the hanging slider. Up in the zone. Eyes of Gino. Your eyes light up. Right there. Oh my goodness.
He's the tying run at the plate. 2 on, 2 out. Ashcraft steps off.
Thought about that last pitch he threw.
A rapid agreement with his catcher, Henry Davis. Away. Full count. Reds have been held to 1 hit so far. Pickoff gets away. Nobody's there. Day breaks low the same. Mangum from center lob to second. And Aaron throws second and third.
I'm wondering if that was put on by the bench. You can see that Ashcraft is not looking back at Lau. And Lau obviously is not at the base. So maybe some miscommunication. Maybe they tried to put on a play there.
And Suarez strikes out.
With my
Cincinnati Reds baseball is presented by Jake Swing Kia. Drive smart, spend less. And by Bet365, where winning is everything. Reds down 3-0. Back on Reds TV from Bar S. Andrew Abbott has a new rosin bag hand-delivered by first base umpire Shane Leibensparger. Zach McCambley is up and warming again in the Reds pen. Abbott enters the 5th inning at 86 pitches. Lightning flashed beyond the river. Strike 1. on Brandon Lau. He has walked and scored. He's also reached on fielder's choice. Yanked to right center. Marte. Time now for a word from the Kia Telluride. Well, Abbott, after a 43-pitch third, got through the fourth inning on just 10. He's only allowed 2 hits. It's walks that have piled up. Ryan Reynolds has worked one of them. He's also flied out. In fact, both Pirate hits came from the leadoff man, Jake Manuel. Sent to center. Friedel coming out hard. Can't get there. Base hit.
Another changeup, back-to-back changeups right off the end of the bat. You see that swing in the outfield. Your first break is not in. You can't see that he hits that ball on the end of the bat. So it's tough to get to that ball for any outfielder.
Want to know on Valdez, who has walked bases loaded for an RBI and line to left. The Pirates do have a steal so far on Abbott. That was Nick Gonzalez in the third inning. Reynolds doesn't run a lot these days, but he's not been caught. Quite slower. Breaking ball fouled away. And Reynolds perfect 7 for 7 trying to run this year. Two and one. Three balls and 1 strike. Full count. It's the 8th full count worked by the Pirates against Abbott. Golf shot to routine center. Two away. On a night he's had to fight and worked so far around 5 walks, can Abbott find a way to give 5 innings to his team? Strike 1 on Nick Gonzalez.
And he's really relying on the breaking ball. It's the curveball, the sweeper, the changeup. That's been the adjustment he's made. And he's this inning and last. Pretty daggone good.
Chop to third, Suarez. Abbott finds a way for 5. Reds need some runs. Step up to MVP status at the Reds Hall of Fame and Museum, presented by Dinsmore. Enjoy exclusive perks like Reds tickets, limited edition replica World Championship trophies, and more. Be a part today. RedsMuseum.org. Well, the rain is back. It's not only falling here, angled at times sideways. Fans scatter once more. Bounce foul by Jose Trevino. You look beyond the Ohio and you can hardly see Kentucky. That's how hard it appears the rain is right across the river. That, judging by the flags, is probably coming right here. Trevino to right. Valdez way back, and that is gone! A solo shot for Trevino, his fourth, and the Reds are on the board. It's 3-1.
Well, you pitch Jose Trevino up in the zone, you're going to have to deal with something. He loves that ball high in the zone. Flat swing, gets on top of it, drives it out of the ballpark.
Now T.J. Friedel, who has flied to center, bunt try foul, strike one. Friedel's trying to do anything he can right now. You saw it in that bunt try. That's part of his bag on his career. He is the biggest year-over-year spike in swing rate at first pitches. Contact is just not there. Neither are the walks. They have plummeted as well. He's flied to center tonight. Entering tonight, he was at 128 since coming back from AAA. In the air right field. One down. It's now McLean, who has walked and stolen a bag. Up the middle. Lau up the line a bit with a stretch. Flores stays on the bag. Now Zach McCambley warms still for the Reds, so it appears Abbott's probably done at 98 pitches. Ellie steps away. That's strike one. Dexter Kelly seems to be talking to him about eye contact there. Saw a similar issue with T.J. Friedel in his first AB. This is bounce to second. Lau.
Well, the offense has been dormant, but Jose Trevino getting one on the board.
On this rainy night, our Barres storylines, what you got?
Well, weather the storm. There hasn't been a lot of offense for the Reds. It's been just a home run, a single home run. Braxton Ashcraft has been good, and I tell you, I really truly believe that the wet conditions affected Andrew Abbott. We saw a very atypical Andrew Abbott in that third inning, and that cost him the 3 runs.
Well, the Reds go to their pen. Skyline Chili called to the bullpen. Zach McCambley's first big league outing since June 28th.
And he last pitched in Louisville on Wednesday.
Called just low. It looked like it might have gotten the zone. Ozuna has grounded out. He has foul popped to the catcher. Bounced foul. McCambley's last big league outing came in Pittsburgh against the Pirates. He had to work around 3 walks, only got 1 out. When he's on, his breaking ball can be devastating, particularly against right-handed hitters. It's a pocket of righties in the Pirate lineup. The southpaw Andrew Abbott starting. Most of the Pirate hitters tonight are right-handed. All of them from the cleanup spot down through the 9th position. That is smoke to left field, base hit. Cruising double for Ozuna.
This was a cutter. And Ozuna, who's been down offensively, I thought his last at bat was really a critical out. He had the bases loaded, and he popped out to the catcher, Andrew Abbott, to minimize some of the damage that was done in that 3rd inning.
Reds think they might bunt Jared Triolo. No, Nathaniel Lowe is on the grass at first. Suarez even at 3rd. Suarez now comes in a step. Check swing seemed to go. Strike 1. Lowe creeps closer. This is top to 3rd. Suarez looks back Ozuna. 1 away. Special hello, by the way, to former Cincinnati Reds bat boy Gerard Aarons. He's a bat boy on the Reds in the mid-60s, the 64, 65, 66 seasons. Born and raised in Cincy. He's there in the team picture. Recently diagnosed with a quite aggressive and quick-moving cancer. You were thought of. Healing thoughts and prayer be with you and your family. Taken in a Reds game back in June. Oh, and 2 on Rafael Flores Jr. Time called by Flores. You saw McCamberly stomping his cleat. And right back to it, trying to clean it out. Down the left field line. Foul. How good was McCamberly at AAA right on right? They hit 128 against him. Slugged in the 170s. Facing the right-handed Flores. That's driven right field. Marte. Ozuna tags. Throw to 3rd. Cut by De La Cruz. 2 down. Henry Davis has walked and scored. He's also flied out. Center field, Friedel moving fast. Headlong dive, misses the ball. Ozuna scores. It falls for Davis. The Reds deficit back to 3.
Yeah, ball not hit hard at all, and another in between. Just couldn't quite get there.
Now the switch hitting Mangum, 2 hits, a run scored. Yanks back the bunt, elevated strike. Davis hops a larger lead. Outfield cheats in noticeably in left and center. For more of a contact singles hitter who goes opposite way. Davis chased back. Hard foul. Mangum has fouled off 4 in a row. Struck him out. Pirates in on a run on a soggy Saturday in Cincinnati. Clutched at that elbow for a long span of time before the extended delay, but a great sign that he is ready to hit, and he's going to take on a man who can give innings in Carbon Majinski.
And Majinski has been good for these Pirates. They're 13-3 in his last 16 outings. You talked about Sal. I'm wondering if that was that painful, if he was just that upset because he's been so good. I don't know if that was pitching inside to try to get him off the plate. But Majinski has been good out of the pen as well. 15 appearances so far this year, 228 out of the pen.
He's been a longer guy, often pitching about every 3 or 4 days since the break. He threw the final game right before the series got underway against Arizona, with 3 scoreless on 30 pitches. Stewart has also struck out tonight, and he takes a strike as they resume play at 10:05. So 1 hour and 46-minute rain delay. Split misses, 1-1. Reds have been held to 1 run on 2 hits. A Trevino homer, the only score so far. A miss down. Now the Reds have seen Mlodzinski twice before this year. He started May 2nd. Reds tagged him with 5 runs in 5 2/3 despite his 10 strikeouts. He went 2 scoreless June the 28th against the Reds. Both those games came in Pittsburgh. Down and away. He's been really tough on right-handers. Lefties have a lot more success against him. J.J. Bleday on deck. Nathaniel Lowe would follow. Both lefties. Full count. Now, moments before we came back, we saw Stewart chatting with Matt McLean, who seemed to be pointing to a spot on his own elbow, asking Stewart about where he got hit. Is there anything you look for in that first at bat after?
I'm looking at Sal in between, and I see him kind of shaking out that elbow. I'm sure he's still feeling it. But yeah, you start to look to see if there's any change in the swing. And I'm sure he spent the time during the rain delay to get any kind of treatment that he may need on that.
Payoff again. Taken down, ball 4.
Another quality at bat.
It's now J.J. Bleday, who is grounded out, reached on a fielder's choice. Strike 1. Big swing at the split. Strike 3 are Jake Sweeney Kia pitch tracks.
Well, a couple of fastballs, and then the split looks just like fastball rotation. It just takes the gas off of it. Right over top of the swing.
And now Nathaniel Lowe. Up and away with a curveball. As a base hit in this game, he's 2 for 4 lifetime against Mlodzinski with an extra base hit. His single was scalded at 109 up the middle in the 4th. And this one sent to routine center.
Nate Lowe, another well-struck baseball, swinging the bat well.
He seems to be seeing pitches very well. He's got a real feel for the zone, for himself, or for how to go after a pitcher. And Noelvi Marte is grounded out, popped down. Most of the game was played with on and off rain that seemed to downpour far more when Andrew Abbott was on the mound. And also some swirling, at times stronger winds. Flags are nearly lifeless as they resume play. Check swing clearly win. Appeal confirms. Middle fastball strike. And Marte's handled Majinski well, 2 for 6, both extra base hits. Hard foul. Looking. Don't miss a moment this season with Reds.TV, presented by Bar S. Stream the entire season in Reds territory for just $54.99. Watch games at home or on the go. Stay connected all year long. Subject to national exclusivities. Visit Reds.TV for details. Start streaming today. Reds down 4-1. Sam Maul into the game. Maul was the first out of the bullpen yesterday. He faced this man, Brandon Lau, struck him out looking yesterday. Squares this count at 1. Lau tonight has walked, scored, reached on fielder's choice, and flied out. One. Chop beyond Maul. McLean on the move. Barehand. Got him.
That is an outstanding play by Matt McLean. See if we get a challenge.
Pirates are challenging.
This is the only chance you got. Catch and throw.
And he beat it.
Yeah.
Pittsburgh is challenging the out call at first base. The previous play is under review.
Well, this will be coming back. Shane Livensparker, first base umpire, bang bang play. You can hear the applause from the handful of Pirate fans behind their dugout. They just saw a similar view showing that he clearly beat the throw. Well, Maul's ready to pitch. He saw it. He's going to have to now contend with the switch hitting Brian Reynolds with a man on.
After review, the call on the field is overturned. The runner is safe. Pittsburgh retains its challenge.
So an infield hit for Lau. Lau and Low, spelled identically, pronounced differently. Reynolds has a base hit and a walk. He's also flying to center. Pretty nasty sweeper. Maul struck out Reynolds last night. That was the last man he faced. Doubles up. Appeal no go. He's been trying to come in seemingly on Reynolds here.
Yes, he has. Got to be able to throw a fastball in there. Did get the swing and the chase on a sweeper, but if you're going to throw to the inside part of the plate, you got to show the ability to throw the fastball in. Then they'll swing over top of the sweeper. There it is.
Well, you called for it. He paints a sinker strike. So now you think go back to the off speed?
You could. You can go sweeper in. You can also go sweeper away. Got him thinking inside.
Upstairs target. Grounded to Ellie. Backhand. Smooth. Snap to McLean. Relay. Got it.
Man, that is some kind of nice right there. Ellie to the backhand. And a perfect feed to Matt McLean. That's your double play combination. Well done.
Now 2 down. Esmerlin Valdez, an RBI walk. He's 0 for 2. Borderline down. ABS powered by T-Mobile.
Catcher's challenging the call of the ball.
One by Trevino.
All on the field is overtime. Cincinnati has 2 challenges left.
Now Valdez wearing number 55. There's been some big company to wear that jersey over the years with different teams. Down and in. Tim Lincecum, 55 in his dominant run with the Giants. Couple of Cy Youngs, 3 World Series. Worrell Hershiser, Cy Young, World Series MVP. Wore that for the Dodgers. Albert Pujols wore 55 late in his career when he was in Dodger blue. Down and away. And Russell Martin, 4-time All-Star, catcher, Gold Glover. He wore 55 with multiple teams, including the Pirates, Dodgers, and Blue Jays.
Is there ever 55 here, Cincinnati?
Joel is nodding yes, but he's going to do the digging. Backdoor ABS powered by T-Mobile.
Catcher's challenging call of the ball.
Did this one nip the outer edge? No, sir.
Call on the field is confirmed. Cincinnati has 1 challenge remaining.
So Valdez walks. Matt Latos, Skip Schumacher, and Brandon Williamson.
Willie, Rookie of the Year. Man, he was some kind of pitcher.
Ball to Nick Gonzalez, who has an RBI. Came when he reached out a fielder's choice. He's 0 for 3 with a steal. Way outside. Called strike. Strike 2. Remember, Gonzalez entered with a career high 15 game hit streak, best active in the majors. Does not have a knock yet tonight. Valdez is not much of a runner. Does not have a steal in the bigs. He's 0 for 1, only at 13 in the minors. He is a power hitter. Way wide. He'll be off here. Valdez draws a throw. Valdez goes to right field. Marte. Scoreless inning from Sam Moll.
At Ace, however.
Great American Ballpark, a nearly hour and a half rain delayed tonight. Bottom 7 arrives. Reds down 4-1. It's a second inning for reliever Carmen Mlodzinski. Downtown Cincinnati is bumping. Big concert next door, the Bengals Stadium. FC with action tonight. Reds a win away from securing the series against the Pirates. Eugenio Suarez has struck out twice tonight. He's been pitched in all night. Ball 1. Well, one curiosity, you had asked about the number 55 if a Red had worn it last inning. Joel looked up this fun fact. That is ripped into left field, down for a base hit. Reynolds fires in. Suarez digging for 2. He's got it. It's a double.
It's the way to get it started right there. Four-seam fastball. And you talked about how they had been pitching Gino in. That ball was middle. You missed your location. Double to start the inning.
But Joel discovered that Eric Davis was at one point assigned 55 per Baseball Reference. Baseball Almanac says by the time he made his debut, he wore 44. So we might need to investigate next time you chat with Boogie how that happened. It seems, I don't think he ever wore it in a regular season game, but he technically at one point was number 55.
Number 55.
Jose Trevino hit home run number 4. That led off the 5th. Our Google StatCast powered by Google Cloud.
Yeah, Jose Trevino really likes the ball elevated. And he got a fastball up and away. Smashed it out of the ballpark in the rain.
All 4 homers have come since the start of July. He's ahead 2-1. Grounded to short. That'll free Suarez. Triolo. Well, the Reds haven't had a ton of base hits, base runners. With that ground out, they're now just 0 for 4 with men in scoring position. Here's another shot with TJ Friedl, who is the Red who lifetime has handled Mlodzinski the best. 4 for 11, a couple of extra base hits. Gonzalez on the grass at third in case Friedl tries to bunt for a hit. Oh, we hear word from BG on the desk. Ramon Hernandez, also a number 55. Splitter strike. Seen a lot of that split against lefties. He lived with it against Blade. Right back to it. That's similar to what he did with Blade. Had one biting one way down, another that was in the zone lower third for a strike.
Yeah.
But that's how he finished Blade. That's how he gets to 2 strikes here with Friedel. Does he triple up on that pitch? Way outside. He tried to. No matter how good it is, with limited exception, it's incredibly hard to execute the same pitch outside of a fastball that many times in a row. Center field. 2 down. Well, Matt McLain has been aboard once. He's walked and stolen a bag. He's also grounded out. Made what was originally called a great barehand play for an out. Then also helped turn a nifty double play to still get the man eventually. Front door sweeper for a strike. Some of the advanced defensive metrics are heavily flawed. I mean, they're all flawed, honestly. And I think Matt McLain is one of the best examples of that. Depending upon which number you look at, I've talked to Matt about this. Between defensive runs saved and outs above average, you get a mixed picture. You watch him play every day, he's an excellent defensive second baseman.
The metrics don't say that?
It's mixed. And it's he's somewhat perplexed. He knows some of how they arrive at those numbers. I mean, if you're a player, you got to be aware of what those are. That's a strength of his. Upstairs, not there. But I think he's an excellent example for the eye test, being the best one. Inning began with a Suarez double. Reds trying to get him in. De La Cruz on deck, first base open. Full count. If McLain can get on, Ellie De La Cruz could come to the plate as the tying run. Leadoff double, no runs.
It's the summer sales event.
Now in the 8th, Reds down 3. Julian Garcia into the game.
Saw Garcia in yesterday's ball game. He threw actually 1 pitch and recorded an out.
Got Esmerlin Valdez to end the 7th.
I say that's pretty efficient.
Gets ahead of Marcell Ozuna, who has doubled and scored. He's 1 for 3. Appeal, no go. Grounded to third. Suarez tight to the chalk. One down. These are two teams on different trajectories. The Reds of late had won 7 of 10. They won 3 of their first 4 series out of the break. A win tonight or tomorrow. It would be 4 out of 5. It's a Pirate ball club that's lost 4 in a row, 7 of 9. Upstairs miss to Jared Triolo, who has walked. He's 0 for 2. If the Reds were to rally, Pirates are on the verge of their longest losing streak of the year. They have not been more than 2 games under 500 all season. The Reds wins the first 2 games of this series have thrust the Pirates a game under at 55 and 56. Got to Paul Skeens more yesterday than they had in just about every other opportunity combined. 1-2. This is a Reds team that began the day with 9 wins since the break. Only Boston and Atlanta had more triumphs since the All-Star break entering today. But it's up to Garcia to keep the deficit at 3. The Reds offense has been dormant most of the night. They will have the top of the order due up in the home 8th. That's on paper their best chance to try to get to Majinski, get back into this game. Strike 3 called. ABS powered by T-Mobile.
Batter challenge call of strike 3.
A confident Triolo remains right at the plate. Dexter Kelly's at a
Call
tough
on the
night.
field is overturned. Pittsburgh has 1 challenge remaining.
Even beyond the pitches, challenged. Umpiring's not easy. I would not want to do it. Full count. And a walk. It's now a man on for Flores Jr., who's 0 for 3, 2 outs in the air and a backward K. Oh, and 1. Down and away, lays off consecutive sweepers. Flores is from Anaheim, California. Went undrafted in 2022, played college summer ball in Alaska, and the Yankees signed him without drafting him. Check swing seemed to go. Appeal somehow says no. I'm with the crowd here. Let's see what the side angle shows. Oh my gosh, did he go? He was part of a deadline deal last year. The package for David Bednar is now closing games for the Yankees. He was the Yankees minor league player of the year in 2024 was Flores. That's per Baseball America. Well, it's a full count. Flores got the aid of the check swing call. Triolo just had Tarek Brock, first base coach, in his ear. do you think that exchange is about?
Something about the pitch clock, I'm sure. Making eye contact.
Runner fakes, pitch fouled back. And because of Flores' time in the Yankees organization, he and Jose Trevino know each other. Well, Flores is the first baseman today. He also catches. Gives a lot of credit to Trevino for his mentorship. They had a lot of time in spring trainings together. This is lifted to center. Friedel. 2 down. Now the Pirate backstop tonight, Henry Davis, who's been on twice, a walk, a bloop, ribby hit, and a run scored. Strike one. Larger lead at first. Fouled back. There have been a couple of Pirate hits in the series that hung for a bit that looked like they might be playable. That got down for base knocks. For now, that single run doesn't matter a lot, but top of the order is due up for the Reds. Caught by De La Cruz, and will get it going. Garcia works around the walk. Ellie, Sal, and JJ are on the way.
Did you know you can?
Reds down 4-1. It's 1-2-3 due up for the Redlegs. Starting with number 44, Ellie De La Cruz. He is 0 for 3, 2 ground outs and a strikeout. Armin Baginski starting his third inning of work. Misses ball one. Credit to Reds Museum, by the way. We learned that part of why Eric Davis had 55, that's the number he had been assigned while he was still a minor leaguer, but per the roster at that time, came there for a strike. He was an emergency call-up and had to fly directly to St. Louis for a game against the Cardinals. Came on as a pinch hitter May 19th, 1984. And somehow, some way, there was no extra road jersey packed. So when he first went onto a big league field, he had a jersey with no number. He wore a numberless jersey. The next day, they had one available. And when he started for the first time, he wore for the first time 44.
Well, all right.
Downstairs miss. Reds have Caleb Ferguson up in their bullpen. Pirates have a lefty up as well. It is Gregory Soto. Two away. To center. Mangum hops and handles. Wow. The adjustment of the body control to take away a screaming liner from Ellie De La Cruz.
The more we get a chance to see Mangum, the more you like about his game. To see the pure athleticism. Had to make a couple of turns there. Ball was hammered. 111 off the bat.
Sal Stewart Front door called strike. He's been hit by a pitch. He has walked. He has struck out. He's 0 for 1. Swung through 1-2. Poked foul. Look at our champion Windows pitch tracks.
Well, Carmen Mlodzinski is doing a really nice job of pitching to both sides of the plate. Southsaw split and a fastball in on the inside part of the plate, and then 95, a sinker right on the outside corner.
J.J. Bleday 0 for 3 has reached unfielder's choice, grounded out, struck out. Called strike. Grounded to first. Flores, top of the order, in order.
This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the Cincinnati Reds and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Cincinnati Reds.
(4-1) the Reds trail, 9th inning. New man on the mound, Caleb Ferguson. Faces leadoff man Jake Mangum.
We saw Caleb also in yesterday's ball game. He pitched the third of an inning, gave up a couple of hits, a couple runs.
That was against the bottom tier of the Pirate order. And you mentioned it when he made the impressive play to Rob De La Cruz on a drilled line drive to center. Jake Mangum is a good player.
He's a player, no doubt. Takes good quality at bats. Doesn't try to do too much with the ball. Hits the ball the other way. Switch hitter. Steal bases. Make plays in the outfield. Hustle.
Lifted shallow right, Marte. Tomorrow the series wraps up. Chase Burns will make his 21st start, trying to improve upon his incredible 12-1 record. He'll take on Mitch Keller. Reds pregame is with you at 1 o'clock. Brandon Lau has walked and scored, also has a base hit. It was a bang-bang infield hit to second his last time. Well, Soto continues to warm, and if you're wondering, didn't the Pirates trade for Camilo Doval, former Giant closer who had been to the Yankee pen? Yes, he's not activated yet. He still has to undergo a physical. It is expected that pending a positive physical result, he would be activated tomorrow. And when Don Kelly was asked about his role, he has closed in the past. He wasn't certain exactly what that role would be.
Electric stuff, I'll tell you that much.
Look at.
Just frozen by the sinker.
And now the switch hitting Brian Reynolds, who has been on twice, a base hit, a walk. He's 1 for 3. Upstairs miss. But that's where, even with or without a Reds rally tonight, Soto is getting ready to come in for the second time this series. 1-0. You would imagine if it is a close game late tomorrow, using Soto tonight and what right now is a save situation probably heightens the chance that Doval could be used in a big spot.
They got a lefty down in that pen that we haven't seen tonight called Mason Montgomery,
who's also already pitched twice in the series.
Yes.
And the Pirate pen had been taxed a bit entering this set. That was helped some by what Majinski did his last time out. He was a bridge man with Jared Jones, gave 3 innings that day, and those 2 pitchers combined to cover the entire game in their finale against the Diamondbacks.
Those guys that can give you some length. It's so incredibly valuable. It is a long, long season. We've seen all of the relievers come out of our pen, how much they are taxed. So if you get a guy that can give you some length, maybe spot start a couple of times here and there, that is incredibly, incredibly valuable.
Full count on Reynolds. Three-two. Bounce foul. In the air, right field. Marte's got it. Reds have 3 outs to work with. Bottom 9 on the other side, down 3.
Toyota gives you more.
4-1. Reds trail it. Trying to rally against the Pirates. They'll take on Gregory Soto for a second time this set.
Nate Lowe, lefty. Love to see it.
First pitch bounced up the middle. Triolo. Pirates made a defensive change. They've lifted Valdez. Jake Mangum has moved from center to right. And they've inserted Billy Cook to play center field. So an upgrade defensively. Cook now in the cleanup spot. Noelvi Marte's 0 for 3. Struck out looking his last time. Oh, and 2. stays alive. Lifted left field. Reynolds. Well, the Reds are down to their last out. Eugenio Suarez gave the Reds a strong chance to score. He doubled to begin the seventh. Never left second base. He's also struck out twice. Oh, and 2. Over third, foul. Nice on the backhand. Oh boy, getting it done. Two. Strike 3. Reds get held to 1 run on 3 hits. Pirates win for the first time this series 4-1. Reds will need to win tomorrow to take the set and avoid settling for a split.
And you said it. You definitely need to win this ball game tomorrow. Did a really nice job of winning the first 2. Let this one get away today. Tomorrow is a must-win. Simple as that.
The Reds fall. A decently long rain delay tonight. Pirates get off the schneid. They snap their losing streak at 4. Reds post game still to come. 4-1 Pirates take it tonight.